So I wanted to do a look at the Forge Pass. And see what we got for options here, and just to kind of give you guys like a general consensus of how I feel about it. I think that the statement still stands though, that this is a good set. It's a good set. I don't think it's a bad set. I would say it's like a solid. If we're gonna do like a grading system of like, you know, F tier all the way up to like S tier, I would say this is a solid B or A. Like, it's a great set. It's not like. It's not completely overwhelming. It's not like top of the line or anything like that, but it's a solid set. I'd say it's like a solid B, maybe a low A, you know? Hashtag professional conversation. I know, right, dude? All right, let's take a look. So, I think the Forge Pass is roughly around the same price. You got 20 or the $40, which basically gives you the whole thing, right? Or almost all of it. It looks like it's nothing too crazy outside of the norm. One of the things I like when it comes to the Forge Pass is, one, the charms that you accumulate over time. You get a little bit more of those, so it's a little bit easier for you to craft stuff. Right now, I'm facing a deficit for being able to get as many charms as I can. So like that's a problem I faced when I was using the Defiant Forge Pass. Like, as a matter of fact, I am still roughly, and mind you, I was also crafting other stuff too, so you can take that for what it's worth. But like, I ran out of rarity charms to be able to craft some, and I have enough still to do like 85. So even if I use what I currently have, I won't have enough to be able to craft everything I wanted to craft in this set. So that is something that's kind of nice to see. Another thing I like looking for is like ores. These ores are really good to like try to see if you can get like better options for your gear. And it looks like you're getting a good couple of pieces of them too. Another thing I like is the fact that you get like the speed glyphs. Speed glyphs are like undefeated. To be honest with you, the amount of glyphing I was doing recently allowed me to take my Lydia to the stage that I wanted to take her up to a point where like now I'm happy with her stats, you know? So like getting more of those to be able to do that for other champions as well is like super cool, right? It looks like for the most part, that's it. Some of these glyphs are kind of like whatever. Like I like the vitality and the attack ones, or the strike ones, I guess you call them. They're okay. The boosts are nice. I believe you get like a little bit from all battles. Yeah, so about 10% extra experience and extra silver just makes you more effective at farming. And then of course you get the actual like a 6-piece set of gear. I think it's randomized what kind of stats you get, so they can either be really boof or really, really good. They do give you the order to re-roll them if you want to, but the free-to-play does technically give you this. I think the only difference between the non-paid version, the free version, and the actual paid version is that you get more opportunities at the legendary version of this. So like whenever you're crafting, that you have like variations, and I use Define as an option. So you do get you'll get this as a part of the normal pass, I believe, and a little bit of this. But if you want to craft like the T5 to the T6 version, or the rarity, the rarity version of it, more often than not, you're going to have to grab more than just the normal pass. But I think it gives you enough to be able to craft like maybe a little bit at the very end, which is the very, very last level. So as long as you're top of it, you will be able to craft some. But if it's similar, matter of fact, I believe we can look at it. Yeah, it's 5 per craft. You know, take 75 and divide it by that. That's how many times you can craft that piece, as long as you have the other epics, which you also get to as well. So it really is just a matter of like whether or not you guys prioritize this as a valuable set for your account or not. But I would think that like for the most part, this is just it's a win overall. I mean, you get good options. So like if it's something that you can reasonably afford, then by all means go for it. You got some goodies in there that are worth your time, I guess. The extra experience alone, I think, is pretty good with the extra silver, because like silver is something you're always going to be in need of. But yeah, I mean, it's everything you're looking for in your forge, you know, so it's not too bad there. Now, you guys said that it's an orc, right? The new champion. I see him, Artak. Yo, peep him out, dude. I kind of called that. It looked like an orc to me. I think everybody was at first saying like, "Oh, it's a dwarf," because the way he was kind of crunched up in his silhouette. But yeah, my boy's looking pretty spiffy. Yeah, my boy's looking pretty spiffy. Oh, Snap's got a bigger axe too in the back. Okay. I want to see his kit. I heard something about HP burn, and that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Okay. I thought so. So it attacks all enemies. Is A1. That's huge, actually, hitting everybody. Has a 35% chance when it's fully booked to a 45? 45% chance to extend the duration of any HP burn on each target by 1 turn. That's huge. That's huge. His A2 is also an attack all enemies. Before attacking, instantly activates any HP burn. HP burn exploder as a free-to-play like a free daily login? Yes, please, dude. 75% chance of placing a decreased attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. That actually gets booked up to 100%. He does have chances for weak hits as an affinity user, so like that can fail against like force affinity champions. So this guy hits everybody. My boy clocking everybody in this fight. Okay. Attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit has a chance of placing... Oh my god. Yo, if you guys take me back a couple months ago, and you asked me like, yo, who are you looking forward to? And I would have told you, I'm looking for an HP burn champion, an AoE HP burn champion. And now that I got like pulling out of the wazoo, they drop a legendary version for you. I'm so tilted, dog. I'm so tilted. All right, let me see here. The first hit has a 75% chance of placing an HP burn champion on all enemies for 2 turns. That's good. That could get booked up to 100%. Also good. Restores this champion's destroyed max HP by 10% for each HP burn debuff placed by this skill. Destroyed max HP. Interesting. Heals this champion by 5% of their max HP for each HP burn debuff attempt, blocked, or resisted by the enemy team. Interesting. Huh. That's really, really cool. I like that. I like that. And then, of course, the passive. Whenever an HP burn debuff is activated, destroys this champion's max HP by 5%. Ooh. Ooh, there's a drawback to it. Okay. Oh, it's too good to be true, I guess, huh? Go for it. However, hold on. Let me hold my judgment. Stacks up to 50%. So this dude, if he's activating his HP burn, and then they also get their own turn, which also activates it. So every application of an activation of HP burn. So it doesn't have to be from the champion's kit himself. It could be from the enemy getting their turn when it to activate it. Drops his max HP or destroys his max HP by 5%. A blessing and a curse. Increases this champion's damage, crit damage, and defense by 1% for each 1% of the destroyed maximum HP. Oh, there's a blessing behind the curse. Really? Also increases this champion's speed and resistance by 2 for each 1% of their destroyed maximum HP. Wait, what? So, HP burn activated. That's an instant 5% extra damage, crit damage, and defense. That's also an extra 2 speed. So if it's 5%, right, per activation, that's 10 extra speed and 10 extra resistance. If it stacks up to 50%, that's 100 speed? What? That's not bad. That's pretty cool. Okay. All right, let me look at this. 22,000 as an HP base for a champion. That's legendary. 6, fully ascended and all that stuff like that. Not a bad stat. That's pretty good. Defense is about a little bit above average. But I will tell you right now that, like, there are some other champions that aren't defensive in their nature. They're not, and they actually have better base defense. He scales off of HP. So the attack modifier it's irrelevant. He starts off at a base speed of 100, though. Solid. Solid. Not top of the line, but solid. Crit rate base 15%. Crit damage base 63%. That's on the higher side of things. Base resistance at 30 and a base accuracy of 10. Interesting. So, the way I understand this, you're going to need accuracy on him, right? To land this stuff. Yeah, you're going to need accuracy to land this stuff. I believe you also need accuracy to do extensions, because I have used Theodore in HP burn comps, and he has low accuracy, and sometimes what I notice is that when he pops it, instead of it going up, the way that Theodore's activation works is that he increases it by 1 duration and then pops it. So basically, like, you lose no duration that currently exists on it. So it technically stays the same, but it has to go up once and then it drops back down, right? Activation or extending durations or anything like that, I believe they do require some accuracy. So, like, across the board for all of his for all 3 of his abilities, excluding his passive, you will need accuracy. Then, to be honest with you, it's pretty much going to be a matter of scaling. If you build him in a damage-oriented style, you're going to basically get 100% crit rate, and then you're going to balance between crit damage and HP, right? That's going to be the way that you want to build him to bring out the most damage out of him. I don't know about his multipliers, but that's huge. Instant activation of HP burns is huge. This champion is going to be he's going to be a banger. So I was thinking about this myself when I first saw some of his kit stuff, like with the destroy and restoring stuff. I thought about Hydra, because Hydra has a mechanic that has to do with destroying max HP, right? So, like, in terms of areas where he's useful at, automatically AoE HP burn Spider, right? Easily. But then if you want to flip the table, Hydra. Those are like 2 big areas I can think of right off the rip with just looking at his kit that it has a lot of value, right? So basically, the way that this works is his passive is going to chunk his maximum HP. So, like, if you understand how the destroy mechanic is basically your total HP goes down as a certain percentage gets destroyed, right? So whenever you get healed, whenever you're getting healed up, it won't go past that, whatever the percentage that is destroyed. The A3 is supposed to be the counterbalance to that to give you back some. However, if you don't, miracle heal as a blessing or some kind of restore, destroyed max HP, then he benefits from it from a damage standpoint. Actually, technically, all around damage, defense, speed, resistance, is basically all around. The caveat here, though, he scales off of HP. So keep that in mind, that his damage will, like, you're thinking right off the rip that he's going to benefit from that maximum HP being destroyed. But considering that his HP is scaled off of that, something to kind of keep in mind in terms of, like, how that balances out. But I will say this: you net gain no matter what happens throughout the fight. So if you're restoring your HP, you're back to tip-top form. If you're losing your maximum HP, you're gaining something on the side there, whether that's survivability from defense, extra speed, extra resistance, which is like a utility aspect of it, right? And then the crit damage is also complementary. So it's like, I guess it kind of goes up as your crunch time goes, right? So definitely going to be a monster in, like, normal Spider easily. So not only can he put the HP burns, but he'll be able to pop them, as well as extend them. So he could probably do a one-size-fits-all. I'm willing to bet you could probably build him in a solo build that's similar to ACOF, excuse me. And you'd be able to do a solo build with it. It's a little demanding, but I'm pretty sure you could do that, because not only does he provide HP burns, he also has a chance to extend them, so you could probably build it in depending on how it looks, depending on how fast you are too as well. And then also heals him too, in the event anything happens negatively. I think Akath also has some shielding and some stuff in favor. That might be why he's a little bit more viable in terms of, like, a solo build. But regardless, this guy is a machine that's designed to destroy normal Spider. Hard Spider, I haven't really tried doing any HP burn explosion type teams. However, they did recently fix some of the excessive healing that you were getting from the Spider Queen was getting from the explosions. So if you look at it in a summary where it's 3% total damage, is what the Spider Queen only gets. I think it heals up 1% is what it's supposed to be. Before the bug got fixed, it was 2% instead of 1%, so you were losing that 1 extra percent for a total of 2% damage. This right here gives you the opportunity to get that value, right? So, like, if you did an HP burn explosion comp with, like, maybe a Sissia or a Theodore or somebody else who could do some type of explosions for HP burns, there may be a comp that you could do for the harder side. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it's possible. Maybe with some complementary max HP hitters, and that'll maybe do it for you. Hypothetical. We'll have to take a look at that. But overall, this champion's, I like it. I like it. I think that the passive is a blessing and a curse, but you can see some value at it. Like, he's going to get something from it no matter what. Now, if we were to play it out, this champion, Artak, if you can play around the fact that he has 50% less HP, because I know some people who can build some high HP stats, that loss may not be too much of a negative to a point where you're okay with living with this as your norm. Like, just straight up, I don't have 50% of my max HP, and you gain the extra, you know, percent multipliers of these, like, extra stats. There's a possibility you could do it that way, but I think overall, because of the ability to place the HP burns is predicated on the A3, you're probably going to see, like, it fluctuates. So he may have a little bit of a variance, right, in terms of, like, his performance overall. But if that variance is consistent, that is the consistency. So we'll have to see. But definitely going to be a Hydra monster. I mean, you know, being able to keep the duration of HP burns going on his A1, kind of almost at like a 50-50, so it's either going to work, it's either not. Being able to actively activate them on a 3-turn cooldown, being able to reapply them on a 3-turn cooldown. So what would probably end up happening is this. You A3, A2, A1. So you put the HP burns on, you activate them, you extend them, rinse, repeat, right? And then during that period, his stats are going to vary, and he's going to pick up a notch. I think that's going to be really, really cool. I think you could probably pair him with another Exploder or another HP burn champion. You'll see some numbers. You'll see some numbers for sure. I like how his stats look too. That's 63% crit damage. I don't know if that's on the higher scale compared to other legendaries that have a base crit damage modifier, but I think that's actually pretty big. So I think that depending on his multipliers for his kit, this dude might be a force to be reckoned with. If you were using champions that were like Supreme Gallic, who I think has gotten power crept / their efficiency as robust as someone like maybe like a Mordecai, a Koth, etc. This champion is a direct upgrade to that, where like you're gonna get the optimal amount of HP burn, you know, as well as decrease attack, which is useful in like wave clears. So if we're looking at like lower end side of content, right? Because like this is, you know, going to be available for everybody. New account players, big gains because decreased attack is valuable for survivability. HP burn is maybe not so much as significant at early stages of the game, but you'll start seeing a lot of value as you scale up into harder difficulties, which, you know, if you're playing the game and you're trying to make progression on your account, you're going to try to get to that point where HP burn becomes a lot more valuable a lot quicker. And just having that already ready inside a legendary champion that can do it to everybody, big value. Big value. I like this champion. I feel like I'm going to have some really good fun with him. And it's funny, too, because like we recently got Supreme Gallic not too long ago, who also has HP burns and like activation. So, like, imagine a dedicated HP burn team. This might be a bit excessive because there's like other variables you have to worry about in terms of Hydra, you know, whether that's, you know, block debuffs or provoking or, you know, being a mischief tank. You know, there's a lot of variables and stuff like that at play, but activations with like Supreme Gallic, Theodore, I think Supreme Gallic himself has it, right? And then now the new Artak guy, like there's a lot of like combinations you can run with that are really, really cool to see. Really, really cool to see. So I'm very curious to see how you guys are going to use them. If you have any ideas that you're going to do for it, please feel free to comment down below. We'll definitely appreciate you guys giving your feedback. Let's go. I like it. I like it. All right, Call of the Arbiter, Episode 1, Gallic.
Darkness rises.
Wait, do y'all want closed captions or no? Do y'all care?
And
Yeah.
so must light.
I'm indifferent. Oh, this looks good. Arbiter looks good.
Gallic, will you answer the call?
Call of the Arbiter. Gallic. Yeah, look at my boy Gallic, bro. He look. Wait, is that Artak? That's not Artak, is it? Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Oh, dang, it's like that. My boy gave him a mug. He's like, hey, yo, hold up. No shot, they're barbecuing everybody. Oh, no. We're having human tonight, boys. That's wrong. That's tough. Does he realize? Oh, it's a little child.
Gallic,
Yo, he got a conscience.
this is not who you are.
That's tough.
Make your choice.
Yo, imagine like being involved in something like atrocious, and the spirit's like, yo, this ain't it, dog.
Gallic, this is justice. These lands used to belong to the clans. We are reclaiming what is rightfully ours.
As you say, Father.
That's his dad?
It takes. Bring the prisoners!
Please, we're just farmers.
This man led the human
He grabbed him by the neck. Oh no!
responsible for the death.
Yo, they grabbed. Oh my god!
Saw his ancestors.
Just like palming his head like a basketball.
He must be.
That's just disrespectful. Oh, in front of the baby? That's tough.
This human too bears responsibility. And must stand in judgment.
Watch, that baby's gonna be like Athel or something like that. That child grew up to be Romero.
Son, what are you doing?
Making a choice.
Oh, I like his voice. Making a choice. That's Baby Harrier? Aw, never mind. Bro, what are you doing, Gallic? Let him go. Yo, we call that natural selection. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, no. Mama got poked.
Please.
I'm for it. This looks good. This looks good. Okay, that puts some of my fears aside. I thought it was gonna be worse, but this actually looks pretty decent. Yo, they don't raise that city to the ground, dude. They ain't gone. El Bebe.
All this for what? A single human child?
No, he's trying to find the One Piece. You don't see him getting on a boat?
You, Father.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You are no son of mine.
I love the fire aspect, you know, and like its association it works. Okay. Huh? Hey, yo, that was kind of suave. he's like, yeah, we're about to have a fight. Oh, never mind. Homie said, nah, dude, catch his fade. Yo, poke him in the toes. I mean, in his fingers.
Not for me.
Chop his hand off. You should have been did that.
Weak.
Hit him in the pinky. Hey, yo, Gallic gangster. He's like, yo, get your hand off my boat. Hey, yo, Gallic kind of needs some lipstick. I mean, chapstick. Lipstick. He's you look a little cracked over there, you know? No lippies? This reminds me of like Sacred Order. Who is that? Watch, that is gonna be Athel. I'm gonna laugh. That's gotta be Athel. The little baby. It's Mother Superior in their later days. It's your final guess? My thoughts would be it's either Athel. So without seeing the lore, I can't really say. But my thought process is this: that the way I interpret Call of the Arbiter is that they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it based off of the starter champions, right? So I feel like that right there being the opening is it's gonna be like a perfect segue to probably Athel. Since out of all the other champions, right? So like out of all the other starter champions, you got what? Elhain, she's a high elf. And these are humans that they were dealing with, right? Just regular farmers, right? There's Athel. So I think Athel's like the closest to like human. Kale or Kyle is dark elf. So it can't be them. He ain't got pointy ears. That's it, right? It's got to be Athel. I think it's Athel. If I had to take a shot in the dark, I think it's Athel. You think it's Harrier? No, and also you got to think too. I don't have it up anymore because I just closed it. But like the light hair, Hold on, let me clean that. The light hair. Come on, Bri. And then grew up as an orphan? Oh, I'm calling it right now. Yo, I shouldn't have looked at the lore. That's Athel. I'm calling it now. That's Athel. I'm calling it now. That's Athel. Episode 2 spoils it. Now guess Gallic age, but also guess who is the lady she gave the baby to from looking at. That was the hardest one. I was memeing about it being Mother Superior. Because, you know, it's not. It has to be a battle sister, maybe? Nah. It's someone from the Sacred Order, that's for sure. Aniri? Was that Aniri? That's Godseeker Aniri. That's Godseeker Aniri. Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, yo, hold up. Yo, she's goated. Yeah, that's Godseeker Aniri. Oh, snap. Okay. Okay. The Arbiter has a hidden code, a secret code for keen eyed viewers within each episode. Find and crack the code and earn these rewards. I think I got spoiled this one already. I think. Hold on.
This is not who you are. Make your choice.
Choice. Yeah, it's choice. I got spoiled this one though, but like, yeah. That's where it came from. So basically, the Call of the Arbiter, you gotta listen to Arbiter, basically. Yeah, I got spoiled it, but like, I'm not gonna lie. Everything else there is kind of, it makes sense, right? Can you type like a bunch of random stuff before you get it anyways? Like, it's like, this is not you. Make your choice. You know, like you probably could have just added all those in there and you probably would have had it. Easy peasy.
So